Hi, everyone. My name is Javed Khan. I'm the founder of Impression, a marketing services company, and of javedscon.com. I'm very honored to have a really close friend of mine. We've known each other for a long time, Joel Clements. And Joel also has asked me to join a organizing committee of an extraordinary, awesome, incredible, emotional evening that is going to be happening at the Richmond Hill Performing Arts Theatre. Joel, welcome, and please share this extraordinary event with the viewers who are watching this video.
Thanks, Javed. Maybe I'll just, give it a little overview of who's involved, and I would be remiss if I didn't start with the people who are making this happen. And thanks to you again for being part of the organizing committee.
Thank you.
Got Suzanne Smoke, who is, she heads Bindigan Healing and Arts, which is an Indigenous organization that services people that identify as Indigenous in York Region, which is over 14,000 people in this region. Marge Andre, who's a community activator in Richmond Hill, very involved in community and bringing people together, and Councillor David West, Richmond Hill Town Councillor. So it's just been fantastic having you guys on board and the skills and strengths that all of you bring to the table. So I wanted to recognize you first and thank you all for that. But really, the entire evening is just chock full of extraordinary people. And every time I look at the lineup, I feel blessed that people have had such a willingness to get involved.
Joel, talk, for those folks who are watching, give a somewhat of a overview, as best as you can, of what is this evening about? What is, I see that banner behind you called The Secret Path.
Yep.
What is this about? It just gives some folks an overview. For those who have not gone to the website, which we'll refer to at the end of this conversation, perhaps haven't seen anything on Facebook as of yet. Just some sort of overview before we go into the lineup and the extraordinary people that are going to be participating in this evening.
So primarily this night is about reconciliation, about navigating that, investigating what our part is, each of us, in reconciliation. And that means reconciling our relationship with First Nations. It's broken, based on history, based on current affairs. So that's the focus of the night. In particular, it's looking at this portion of our history involving Indian residential schools. So we're looking at the story of a particular student. That's Chanie Wenjack, and his story is told beautifully through the art of Gord Downey and Jeff Lemire. That's been turned into a wonderful film, a wonderful animated film that we're going to see. Then we kind of move from that into a journey along the actual secret path. And that's my part in the evening, contributing my photography, my artwork, which is basically taking people on a journey down the secret path.
What is that secret path? What is that?
Secret path is this mythical path that students at Cecilia Jeffrey Indian Residential School in Kenora thought was their way home. Chanie thought it was his way home. Home for him was 600 kilometers away. And yeah, he started out on a journey that he had no hope of finishing, really. His hope was to go home and be reunited with his dad, and that didn't happen. And then we moved from my documentary, The Weight of Your Heart, into a musical performance. One of the pieces from the Secret Path album, written by Gord Downey and a group of musicians. So that's going to be presented. Jeremy Hoyle, a musician, is traveling from Buffalo, New York to perform that to us. So that's going to be very special.
Wow.
And following that, Dr. Shirley Williams, who's a very well-respected leader in the Indigenous community, Professor Emeritus of Trent University in the Indigenous Studies program. She's coming. She is giving our keynote address, and she is a residential school survivor. So, you know, we're going to hear firsthand testimony, really, and I'm sure it'll be incredible. But we're going to hear her story of what it was actually like for her to attend residential school. So yeah, I think it's going to be an emotional and educational evening.
If I understand correctly from the program, Joel, there also will be some family members who will be attending. Is that correct?
Yes.
Who will those individuals be?
We're just kind of finalizing arrangements, but originally we were having Pearl and Daisy Wenjack. Their sister Evelyn will be joining them as well. So 3 of Chanie's surviving sisters will be traveling to Richmond Hill. Pearl will actually be talking about the background of my documentary, The Weight of Your Heart. And Pearl and Daisy will both be taking part in a panel discussion at the end of the evening where the audience will have an opportunity to actually ask some questions. So yeah.
Joel, from your perspective, what's your hope of this evening? You've brought all these folks together. You've been amazing in leading the organizing committee, your vision, your incredible passion and emotion. What at the end of all of this is your vision of this evening?
Well, when I first started mindfully considering reconciliation and what my role was in it, it was a little bit overwhelming. Partially because there is a lot of emotion involved, some shame, and then it was like, well, where do I even start? Right? And it can be very overwhelming. Most conversations to do with First Nations, Inuit and Métis is, based on, some really core social issues that are going to take a lot of work to fix.
Right.
Things like drinking water, things like high suicide rates,
right.
Things like lack of funding and conditions on reserves, right? These are huge problems. And I think people see them as almost insurmountable. And I think in some cases it can stop people from getting involved because they feel defeated before they even start.
Right.
But to me, reconciliation is simple. It's relational. Reconciliation is about reconciling a broken relationship. It's about confession. Confession that there's been wrong in the past, but then that confession moves into action because there needs to be proof of that commitment to this new relationship, of making this relationship better. So, one of the messages of this evening is, when you really look at the core of what we're presenting, you've got an artist and musician, Gord Downey. What did he do? He wrote poetry and it turned into music. Jeff Lemire, he drew pictures. That's what he does. He's an artist, right? Same with Gord Downey. That's what he does. He created something that's innate.
Right.
I'm a photographer. I took pictures. Pearl and Daisy and Dr. Williams, they're sharing their story. Like how it's just easy. You're sharing your experiences with other people. So, Jeremy's coming and he's playing guitar and singing, right? That's what he does. He's a musician.
Right.
So I think the core message is, what will you do? And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be related to your work. It can be related to your particular gifts and talents, whether they be artistic or otherwise.
Right.
I saw something in the on Facebook today, a woman, she's heading up north to a reserve with a van full of school supplies for one particular school on one particular reserve. And it doesn't, like, on one hand, that's huge, but on the other hand, it doesn't seem that big. But think of the impact that it has on those students at that school.
Right.
That's huge. Right.
So let's talk about how people can participate or be involved in this evening. There's a Facebook page, I understand.
Yep.
There's a website. Why don't we talk a little bit about how people can get tickets, get to know more about the story, know more about the evening, get an understanding, very high level, because this is the tip of the iceberg.
Yep.
Talk to us about that part. What's our next steps?
Well, if you're on Facebook, joining the Facebook group is a great place to start. That's where we'll be uploading all of our latest information there. Okay. Or letting people know about, for instance, we've got a silent auction, so we'll be posting items as they become available for the auction. There'll be a live silent auction on the night of the show. Okay. We'll be posting related articles there for people who want to do some background research before the show, so they have a better understanding of what the history of Indian residential schools are all about. Right. We'll be posting links to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. You know, they did a lot of work over quite a few years, and what was distilled out of that were these 91 recommendations for people on how to make reconciliation happen in their life. Mm-hmm. So we'll be posting things like that. If you want pure information, like the core details on the event and the schedule for the evening, our website is the place to go for that. SecretPathRH.com.
There you go. SecretPathRH.com.
Okay. Yeah.
And from there, people can go and purchase tickets, or I guess they would go.
Yep.
The Richmond Hill Performing
There's a link there that will take them directly to the online box office for the theater, where they can purchase tickets.
And at the point of this filming, we're close to a sellout.
We are. That's been our goal the whole time. And you know, I was super nervous when I started. In fact, you know, I was being steered to different venues. And I had this, I was saying to my wife, Andrea, tonight, like, you know, I just had this gut feeling that this was going to connect with a lot of people on many different levels.
Right.
And I think that's what's happening, because we're seeing a lot of interest. We had, a private school contact us and bought a block of 30 tickets, right?
Oh,
so
wow.
Like, that's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's you know, again, at the point of filming this segment, folks, if you are watching, go to secretpathrh.com, get information about the event, join the Facebook page. And what are they looking for on Facebook? Just the Secret Path, Joel?
It is Secret Path Richmond Hill.
There you go. So go to Facebook right now. Go to Facebook, in the search bar, Secret Path Richmond Hill. That'll get you to the Facebook page. Join the page. If you don't want to do that, but you want to go and search the website, secretpathrh.com, whichever way you go, folks, there's going to be an opportunity for you to purchase a ticket, a book of tickets, a row of tickets, and most importantly, share this conversation I've had with Joel today, and we've had various other conversations. Watch the other ones that I've had with Joel. It's just an incredible story. Joel's an inspiration, just incredible individual. So please watch those and share within your community, share within your social media channels. Let's get this message to everyone. This is our duty as Canadians. This is our duty as citizens of whichever community you're a part of. This is our duty as human beings to understand what has been going on and to reconcile and make it right. So, folks, secretpathrh.com, go to the Facebook page. Joel, thank you again for a wonderful conversation. I've got this I wanted to show certainly if you want some of these, please connect with Joel. You can get all of his information through the website. So, we're really, really hoping that, and it sounds very promising, that we will have a sellout crowd and plus other surprises that we will be communicating down the line. So, Joel, thanks again for your time. Go ahead.
Can I say something, Javid?
Absolutely.
I want to remind people that this is a not-for-profit event. And the reason why we want to sell out is because the more tickets we sell, the more we're able to donate to our two benefactors.
And who are they?
The first is Bindigan Healing and Arts, which is they're a not-for-profit working specifically in York Region. So it's a local charitable organization that deal directly with people who identify as Indigenous in York Region, and there's 14,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
The other benefactor is naturally the Chanie Wenjack, the Gord Downey Chanie Wenjack Fund, and they are funding reconciliation initiatives nationally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Joel, thank you again, and we hope to see everyone there to participate in this evening. And again, if you've got any questions, please go to those two sites we talked about. Joel, thank you for your time.
Thanks again, Javid.
Bye for now.
Bye.